Hello, it's Mike, TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Forest River High Wall T21 TBHW pop-up travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to take into consideration when you're parking. Now you're going to see how it'll raise up, leaving room for your dormer and both your ends to come out. Main thing I need you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be toward the front on your off-camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. And then your water connection for campsites is that city water connection. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once we arrive, unhook our hitch. First thing we're going to do is level our unit. This is on a hand crank. Setting kind of high right now. We want the water to drain off it. So we're going to go to the left to bring it down. Bring this down until your unit's level. Once your unit's level, we'll go ahead. Looking pretty good here. You can probably just stick a level right up on the top of this front dormer. It's nice and level. Once you got this level, next thing we do is stabilize it. Got a 3/4 inch hand crank on these scissor stabilizing jacks. I will recommend jack pads. Grab a 4-pack of pads from the store with your 10% off coupon. Put them down on the ground. It's going to protect your feet from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. Keep them from sinking into that. Run these down on top of them jack pads just until they're taut. Remember, our unit's level, so we don't want to change that. Once it feels like it's going to lift, just stop. Get all 4 of them down. Once the unit's level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Big long 30 amp cord plugs in here on the side. The way most of these new ones go in is they go in at about 10 o'clock and then turn to noon to lock that in. Put your black washer on. Now it's locked on there. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need to plug into a 110, you do have a 30 to 15 amp reducer in your convenience pack. Get your power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. At campsites, we're going to hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid in here because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. One more step. Come to our hot water heater. Don't turn that hose on yet. This will actually lift right off here. Make sure your drain plug's back in there. Get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there tight, we know we're all set to do our water. I don't like to turn it on until we've got this opened up. So let's go ahead and open it. Got one clamp on the off camp side, one on the camp side. After we release those, I'm going to come here, just hit extend. That's going to start lifting this up. It's just continuing to guide itself up. You'll feel it lock in here. Once that's all the way up, next step is I'm going to open this door. I step inside. And open this up. Make sure your door is open or closed here before you lift this. see here, this door here will block like that. These will lock in here. Both ends there. Or on this side, we're just going to lift this side up. The same mechanism over here. Lock them in. Turn on some lights so you can see what I'm doing. And light controls are over here. So 2 latches. One here, one there, one there, one there. So 2 latches on each wall. These walls are up. Coming back outside. The reason we wanted our walls up, we're gonna open up our sink here, lift this up. Now we can go ahead and turn that hose on. Once that hose has been on for a little bit, we can go ahead and open these up, get all the air out of the lines, get a nice steady flow of water going through them, shut them off. Now you're all set up for city camping for your water. Now let's say we're gonna go camping and we're not gonna use city water, we're gonna go dry camping somewhere. I like to call it boondocking. In that case, we're going to fill up our freshwater tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply gravity fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. There you go, you can see it. Or on the inside where you check the levels of your tanks, you will see a freshwater level. Keep an eye on it when you're filling it. Once it's filled, put that cap back on there, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. So we're all set up for power and water. I'm going to go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. I'm going to start up here on our off-camp side. We got the storage container, locks on the other side. I'll show you on the other side how that pulls through. Hot water heater, little note on that. If it doesn't seem to be working, come out here to see if either one of these are bubbled up. There's a reset button, keeps it from overloading. Just press that back in. Your hot water heater, your low point drains are right there. Flue for your furnace, a few things on that. 1, make sure it's never blocked. 2, if you're running your furnace, steer clear of it, it does get hot. 3, they also make bug guards for those. Access panels to the back of your fridge. A hot and cold shower, your 751 key will fit on. There's a drain for your indoor sink. Snap down to the top. Freshwater drain up underneath here. Still draining right there. It's on your freshwater tank. Dribbling out. Here is where we'll hook up cable at the campsite. Again, city water, freshwater. This is your power for your power lift. Back of your register here. Clips for those, passage there, spare tire with a cover. Wi-Fi Ranger, I will send you a separate video on the Wi-Fi Ranger and how to hook that up. Other side, more storage with your outdoor griddle. That griddle and that table right there will both sit on this lip here, and you have a quick connect LP right here. Outdoor speaker, porch light, couple of 110s for your antenna. Coming on the other side, this is where your cassette toilet will go in. I will send you a separate video on the Thetford toilet, how to hook that up, how to use that. Pretty simple, really. More storage here. There's that big storage container. That'll lock in there. Ton of storage up top here as well. Porch light, batteries. Check your battery posts every now and then. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. You do have solar on the side. There's a spot here to plug in. Oh, there it is. Plug in a solar panel. That'll trickle charge your batteries. That about covers everything out here. Let's take a look on the inside. Coming up inside the unit, first thing I always like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. You have a microwave here. Get that working real quick. I do want to go straight up to this dormer and show you how to set this up. So now what we're going to do, let me show you this here. Start with that dormer by coming up front and releasing these latches. Coming inside, we're just going to push up on this dormer. Push the sides up. Lock that in there. The other side. Lock that in there. Now, I'm going to loosen this. See, I'm going to grab this strap, pull that down until I can hook that in there, then I'll latch it in from here. Hope you can see all that. Alright, continuing. Put these cushions and extra stuff out of the way. This is how you'll make a third bed here. Make your bunk beds larger. This bottom one has a board attached to it that'll set on this, giving you an extra cushion for the whole thing. Inside here we got a sound system, AM, FM. See if I can pick up a channel in here. There we go. So indoor and outdoor, or neither. Nice sound system. Bluetooth auxiliary. Touch it once to mute, hold it in to say goodbye. Over here is a thermostat. Let's go ahead and put it on cool. Feeling cool air coming out right away. So that was the back of your AC unit back there that had the drips coming out of the back. We'll shut the AC off. Generally that shuts off rather quickly. Then you also have heat and heat pump options. Cable here, in case you want to set a TV up here. A couple of charging ports. Ceiling lights, some floor lights, Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi Ranger info. Again, I'm going to send you a video on that. Alright, that shut off. Let me go ahead and show you the heat now working. Excuse me. There, that kicked on. And then we shut that off. Generally, that heat will take a few minutes to shut off. Alright, continuing here is our indoor speaker. We did our AC unit. 110 there. 110 next to our sink. Smoke alarm up here. Storage access panel to the back of your water. Our fridge is Dometic, which means we'll turn this on. Turn that to DC, which means we're plugged in, or gas, or put it on auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, excuse me, so AC, DC, or gas. So we're plugged in right now. As soon as we unplug, that'll automatically switch to DC, unless we push this up and make it gas. 1 through 5, 5 being the coldest over here. Here's over. Other side. See, the heater's still running. Like I said, that takes a few minutes. Set up your table. Just remove these back cushions here. Lift this up, unvelcro here. That will set up your table. Below your table will be a 110 with GFCI reset. Spot to turn on your water heater, your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector, and your breaker box and fuses. Quite a variety in there. Recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Another 110 on that side. You do want this table down for travel and for extra sleeping. It does make a nice twin bed as well. Got an extension on your top here. Yes, I'm going to turn this to the left, push it in, hit my spark. Same thing on the other side. That's how you light those. You do have a hand crank open exhaust vent here. This is a hanger. Simply push in here. That will release this bar to hang things on. Again, some storage underneath here. More cushions. Info on the unit. Nice drawer here. It about covers everything in here. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start by setting my ceiling lights off. Now you see if any accent lights need to be done. They don't, so I'm going to go ahead and turn them back on. And bring down my dormer. Now we're going to start by releasing our dormer again. We can pull down on that. Just, whoa, we're going to unsnap first. Pull down on that just enough to release it. Okay, unhatch these. Pull them back in again. Just reversing the process of everything, really. Pull this toward you. Then you can pull this down from here. Or another way to do this, the easier way, of course, is to come outside and grab this handle to bring it down. And after bringing that dormer in, go ahead and get back up here and latch that dormer back down. Want to make sure you do this for travel. It is very important. Otherwise the wind's going to catch this and tear your trailer apart. So make sure you get this snapped in. Back in here, we're going to disengage our back wall. Pull down toward us. And we'll find it probably would have been easier to disengage this front wall rear before bringing this down. It's easier to get to. Now again, just like before, we're going to bring this in. When I do, I'm going to hold on to my door. I'm going to split that first. Unhook that. Now this should fold in. Wash my fingers. Step out. Fold this back in. One thing I did notice, my interior lights are on. Come back inside here. Shut off all of these lights. Show that's off. I wish I'm just going to hit retract. I was going to bring that whole top right back down. Come down rather quickly. Alright, we're all closed up. Attach both of these. You can get little padlocks now. I've seen them on Amazon. They'll fit inside these little locks here. You can actually lock this. Alright, if we are out dry camping, we'll bring up our stabilizing jacks, get up underneath here, and open up that freshwater drain. Hook up our hitch and head on home. If we are boondocking, excuse me, if we are at a campsite, we can unhook our power, our water, our cable, bring up our stabilizing jacks, come over and follow the instructions I send you on dumping your toilet. Get that nice and cleaned out. You do want low point drains to be drained. Besides that freshwater tank underneath here, we also have low point drains. Dump those. If we're done camping for the season, come inside here, lift up on this pressure release valve. Now be careful, it's going to dump some hot water out of there. When it's done, push that back down and you can pull that drain plug so you don't leave stagnant residual water in there. Make sure you get this on here secure for travel and head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this high wall for many years to come. Happy camping.